Hi there, everybody. Welcome to another album review. My name is Christian Eschbach. Hey everyone, it's wintertime in the car. You'll be watching this by the time it's springtime, but right now it's wintertime in the car. So, 1992, LA Blues Authority. All right, so let me throw this concept at you. In the early 90s, and I've talked about this before, early 90s is actually a little bit later, though. The tribute albums started becoming huge. You know, you had Nativity in Black, which I've covered, in Chromium from Led Zeppelin, which I covered, a whole slew of other ones that came out, which really weren't worth picking up for the most part, including one of the Alice Cooper ones I have. Anyways, 1992 had a bunch of, for lack of better description, a bunch of glam era artists get together and put together this album of blues classics. Most of these blues classics I did not know prior to listening to this album, except for the lead track. Some of the names, like every song on this album has a different selection going on it. There are some artists that definitely repeat throughout here, and there are some that do not. Some noteworthy names that repeat are, let's see, we got Steve Lukather, Richie Kotzen, Glenn Hughes, Stuart Hamm, Billy Sheehan, George Lynch, Greg Bissonette, you know, not small names in the music industry, right? And along with a whole slew of others. The one track on here I didn't know before this was Baby Please Don't Go, as in the classical Baby Please Don't Go. Baby Please Don't Go down to New Orleans. You know I love you so, baby please don't go. Anyways, that one is performed with lead guitarist and lead vocalist Zakk Wylde. And this would have been when Zakk was with Ozzy. Like, this was probably recorded, his song was probably recorded in and around the same time as No More Tears was recorded, give or take. Maybe a little bit afterwards. You know, he was in the studio one day and had some time to kill, kind of thing. There are only about 4 songs in this whole album I really get into. And because of all the different musicians on here, I'm not going to get into all the different musicians on every single song. One, that's going to stretch out this review way too long. 2, that's for guys that are hardcore and into musicians. What I will say is this. You got Baby Please Don't Go. Opens up the album beautifully, lets you know it's a blues standard album. Then you go to Same Old Blues. All right, whatever. You Don't Love Me, yeah, right, whatever. Messing with the Kid, this one is an enjoyable tune. I really enjoyed Messing with the Kid. I thought it was really good. How Blue Can You Get? Rollin' and Tumblin', that one was really good. Rollin' and Tumblin' is really, really choice. Hands on You, Ramblin' on My Mind isn't bad. The Hunter, ooh, another really choice track. And then the album finishes with You Shook Me. This was released by Attic Records, and the whole way around, my biggest point, whether you want to look at it as a positive or a negative, a lot of it will come down to your honest perspective, is how much do you like glam era metal? That's what it comes down to. Do you like your glam metal? If you like your glam metal, you may actually do this, because that's what this album is. This is basically just a glam metal blues album. That's what it is. Bunch of musicians that made up a good part of what I would call the glam metal scene, or the hair scene, or the whatever you want to call it, the power metal. Well, it's that specific 80s-esque era, late 80s, early 90s era of glammy glam. That really kind of is the flavor of this album. So if you are into glam bands doing blues covers, this you will like. I guarantee you would honestly like this, because that's what it is. If you're not into glam metal, there's a good chance you're not going to like this album. One of the reasons why there's only certain songs that appeal to me on this album, like even Baby Please Don't Go as much as I don't mind it compared to, say, oh, I don't know, AC/DC's version of Baby Please Don't Go, meh. Aerosmith's version, nah, you know. Oh no, not Aerosmith. Nugent. Sorry, I'm thinking Nuge. How did I mix those up? My apologies. I mean, Aerosmith probably. I think Aerosmith did do a version of it too, actually. Out of all the versions of "Baby Please Don't Go" I've heard on covers, including my band doing a cover of it, this one it's very Zach, and I love Zach, and it's really cool. You can tell it's Zach, and it's fun, and that's why how I knew right away that I had to have enjoyed it to a degree because it was Zach, but for the most part, it's not even one of the better songs on here either, you know? Like, that comes down to I recognize Zach Wild's playing, and I like his playing. The real crux of this album, the real standout tracks are honestly Rollin' and Tumblin' and The Hunter. Those are the two that really, truly pop this album. You Shook Me keeps it moving nicely. Baby Please Don't Go gets it going nicely. But other than that, for me, there's only two real good tracks on here. But once again, I freely admit that is because I'm not a huge glam guy. I mean, I don't mind a little glam here and there, you know, put on the Motley, I'm cool. You start getting a lot of the other stuff, and I kind of, it's just a sound and a time, really. Yeah, that's it, folks. I really don't have anything else to add to this album. Would I recommend it? Once again, if you like glam, go check it out. It's worthwhile. If you're into that late 80s, early 90s metal, the glammy side of the metal, not the Pantera side, not the Metallica, not your thrash side, okay? Not when the thrash explosion happened, but the other side of the metal, go for it. If you're more onto the heavier, thrashier side, you may want to stay clear. That's, you know, that's it, folks. Anyways, let me know what you think, folks. Have you heard this album? Am I being too rough on this album? Am I not being rough enough? I don't know. That's what the comment section's for. Let me know down in the comments. Also, hit the like button, subscribe button, bell for notifications. There's a couple links down there. Check those out. Otherwise, peace, love, take care.